Why most entrepreneurs over 40 have low testosterone or low testosterone symptoms. This is what we actually will go through in this video. Men who build demanding businesses through their 30s and 40s or even 20s and now follow a predictable physiological partner. This is not about the business causing the problem. It's about what chronic stress, sleep debt, and high cortisol consistently do to hormone production over years when left unmanaged. This is some cases of my clients when before they went to our program, they had this problem. They built the business, scaled the business, but sacrificed their health, and then they got the side effects, they got the problems, low testosterone problems, and other problems, especially stress, sleep, recovery related, and we'll talk about all of these in this video. And as you can see, average male testosterone levels by age, the peak is around your 20s, and then it goes down until basically the end of life. The cortisol and testosterone relation. Let's talk about cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone and are produced in the same precursor hormone in the adrenal pathway. I won't go deep about this because this is more theory, and I know you just want to understand why and how to solve these kind of problems. And when the body is under chronic stress, it prioritizes cortisol production above all else. The raw material that you would have become testosterone is redirected to cortisol instead, the stress hormone. This is measurable in blood work, and it compounds year on year without intervention. As we can see in some of my clients' blood work, we can see problems after problems because of just chronic stress, which is terrible. How chronic stress suppresses production. Again, I won't go much deep about this, is more a theory, but when you have chronic stress, it will lower your brain signal for your testicles to produce testosterone. So it just will block it. This is what I'm explaining right now. This is more scientific, but it just blocks the signal from your brain to your testicles to say, produce more testosterone. Just blocks that signal. With the signal, it's LA and FSH. And this is more the scientific theory. But let's talk about what you actually want, which is why and how to solve this. The first thing is the age factor compounding the stress factor. Over the years, the chronic stress will compound itself. And if you saw that already, that the testosterone levels go down over the years, and if you have chronic stress, you are just amplifying this decline. You are just amplifying. Over the years, there is a 10 to 20% reduction in baseline production before adding any stress-related suppression, right? Then add years of high cortisol stress on top of that decline baseline, and the combined effect is what consistently appears in the blood work of a 45-year-old founder who has been building hard for a decade. This, I had a recent client as well, which was 58 years old, and he had this exact condition, these exact problems. He had some infections, malaria infection and whatnot, but he also had low testosterone problems, beer belly condition, and this was because he was in a high cortisol levels all day, chronic, for years and years. He was an owner in a local business, so that would make him get low recovery, poor sleep quality, poor diet decisions, and everything combined with the low testosterone now, because he was now 58, it just ruins his lifestyle and also his health. Now let's talk about the actual problem, the sleep death. The majority of testosterone is produced during deep sleep specifically. This is a specific sleep stage, as you can see in my clients as well, my clients' Whoop data. You can see that sleep is divided in some stages: awake stage, light, REM, and deep sleep. And when you have chronic stress, you'll have low deep sleep. And for deep sleep to be optimized, it needs to be 15 to 25% of the total sleep duration. And it's around like 1 hour to 2 hours, basically. If you have lower than 1 hour of deep sleep and also REM sleep, you know already that you have some problem related to sleep and recovery. And this is what happens, without going much in depth about this, heart rate variability goes down, because of chronic stress, and then resting heart rate goes up because of chronic stress as well, which will then contribute to worse sleep stages, worse sleep quality, and it's not good for you, as you can see here. And then even 1 week of sleeping 6 hours reduces testosterone production measurably in research. This is another thing. Some people are sleeping less than 7 hours, which is not ideal, because for you to get, again, high levels and high duration of the actual sleep stages that matter, you need more hours so you can have more chances to increase these sleep stages. So ideally, for all my clients, I tell them to be around 8 to 9 hours, always. And without going deep about sleep advice, because I have other videos just about sleep and other health topics, you need to be having a consistent sleep schedule. If you go to bed at 11 p.m., you need to wake up at 8 a.m. Even on weekends, every single day without exceptions. That is the rule, because you need to reset your circadian rhythm, you need to stabilize your circadian rhythm, which will also lower chronic stress levels and also improve your health over time. So a founder sleeping 5 to 6 hours consistently for years has been in continuous low production mode regardless of diet or training. This might be your problem. If you see, I wake up exhausted every single day. I don't know why, but now I have low motivation, low energy to work, low focus. I can't decide. My thinking process is not great right now, and I just can't function as well as I used to be. If you have that problem right now, that is why. Because you have poor sleep quality, maybe you have other poor decisions, maybe poor nutrition, poor training, but if you have poor sleep quality, then you won't be producing the right hormones or in a higher level, and that way you will recover poorly and you will be having those problems. And you just need to fix this. You need to fix sleep depth first, and then you need to fix all the other health problems. But this video is just about low testosterone, it's just about sleep depth. And if you want to go more in depth about other health topics and how to optimize those, you can watch my other videos in my channel and you just get all the value in the channel. What the blood picture typically looks like. Now let's talk about, if you do blood work, what you should analyze and what you shouldn't. Total testosterone often looks passable on a standard panel. When your GP or someone, or you just test total testosterone, maybe your total testosterone is high or normal high, but you still have these problems. I had a client, as you can see here, that had high or normal total testosterone, but the free testosterone, sorry to be in Portuguese, but here's is free testosterone. Free testosterone was below the reference. And total testosterone was in normal ranges. So that's a huge problem. Despite having high testosterone, the client had low free testosterone. And you know what? Free testosterone is actually the metric that determines how well your body uses testosterone. So it's not about total testosterone anymore, it's about free testosterone. The free testosterone running in your blood that your body can use for these benefits like production, energy production, focus, muscle growth, libido, motivation, that stuff. And the founder then has symptoms of low testosterone but has been told repeatedly that the results are fine. Why? Because they didn't saw the free testosterone and the other things like cortisol, super high cortisol as well, as you can see in the reference range. As HBG is a stress-induced hormone that will lock testosterone from using in your body, and that's why free testosterone goes down. So if this goes up because of stress, this goes up because of stress, this goes down because of stress, and this can go down or stay the same. It makes no difference in this situation. But if this goes down, you'll have the free testosterone problems, the low testosterone problems, as I mentioned. This is a new perspective for you. This is what you actually need to understand to be able to see, okay, I have low testosterone symptoms. I will then analyze and collect not only total testosterone, but all the hormonal panel. Total testosterone, free testosterone, insulin, cortisol, SHBG, LH, FSH, TSH, like prolactin, all those metrics will determine whether you actually have low testosterone or if you have chronic stress or other variables that are decreasing your testosterone production. That is the key. So what is the intervention sequence? As I told you right now, testing first. Full hormonal panel, then the cortisol curve that you can get from blood work and also from Whoop data, and then DEXA for body composition to establish the actual picture. This is what we do to all our clients. This is a VO2 max. I didn't mention VO2 max, but this is body composition to understand how many fat does the client have, muscle mass. Then we have gut health test that also I didn't mention, is more about nutrition side of things and chronic inflammation that can happen, and then also increases cortisol, which is not for this video right now, but it's a super interesting metric and also report to understand if nutrition is also creating inflammation in your body. Then you have, of course, the blood work. We do around 150 markers for every single client, and we have Whoop data. And as you know, we send Whoop straps for all our clients, so we can monitor their health data 24/7. Heart rate, sleep stages, like our HRV, resting heart rate, sleep, recovery, everything. And then priority one is almost always sleep quality, not hormone replacement. If you are considering TRT and clomiphene and all these medical treatments to revert testosterone production, revert testosterone levels, don't do it right now. Optimize first sleep quality, optimize first your health, and then see and evaluate after if you actually need those treatments or not. Then cortisol management from physiological standpoint, supplementation, recovery protocols, training, load calibration. This, I didn't explain this as much in this video. I have other videos explaining everything about this, supplementation, recovery, training, everything. You can watch them later. But essentially, for supplementation, you need to have a personalized supplementation. When you do blood work, you will then partner with companies like Bionic, which is what the company that we use for our clients, for them to do a personalized formula specifically for your blood work, so you can get all the supplements that you need for your specific blood work. Do not guess about what supplements you need to take. Maybe I need to take zinc, maybe I need to take magnesium, maybe I need to take whatever. You shouldn't do that, because if you don't know what you actually need, you might be taking toxic levels of supplements, which will make your health worse. And believe me, I saw those cases in my career. So don't make that mistake. Use the personalization pathway so you can get the best outcome. Then reassess the hormonal picture after 8 to 12 weeks of addressing the underlying drivers. So optimize your health for 12 weeks, as we do in our program, 12 weeks, and then we see, okay, in the 8-10 week, the testosterone levels, if they are not going up, or if the client are not getting benefits, which is rare, believe me, super rare. Yeah, we had clients that went to TRT, but the problems they had were deeper problems coming back childhood and to problems they had back then, which wouldn't be treatable via natural ways. So we needed to do medical interventions like TRT. But those are rare cases. And at 8 to 10 week, if we see that you are not getting the benefits of high testosterone or having some idea that you are increasing testosterone levels, we will consider medical treatments like TRT, but believe me, it's rare. I told that already. If natural production has not recovered after addressing the drivers, pharmaceutical options are then considered, as I told you right now. So this is the personalization gap. How far along this pattern you are depends entirely on your specific history, genetics, and numbers. Some founders test and find modest decline that responds well to lifestyle and protocol changes. This is almost every client that we have. We test everything, they do all the medical exams, and then we see, okay, they have maybe a slightly low testosterone, but they have these problems. They don't sleep well, they have poor nutrition, they don't know the supplements they take, they need personalization about those things, they need to train more of this type of training, whatever. We analyze everything, and when we optimize those, almost always the testosterone levels goes up, the benefits goes up, the energy, focus, motivation, libido, everything goes up, and this is the power of optimization. But also other tests and find significant suppression that requires pharmaceutical intervention. This is like the 10% of those clients that already have a huge, deep problem coming back and back, years and years of problems they had. These clients are more in the 50s and 60s. If you think that you have a deeper problem, you need TRT no matter what, believe me, we can optimize, we can fix, we can personalize your way to have health and performance optimization, and then, only then, we will consider TRT if you don't improve. And then the only way to know which situation you are is to look at the data, do the tests. For example, in our health program, we start with an onboarding form to understand the client's lifestyle, habits, day-to-day life, etc., and understand really what they do. It's around 120 questions or so. It's super deep, so we can get all the data to understand and analyze with the medical exams. We also have the weekly check-ins to get client feedback. We have an Asana dashboard to log everything from the client and to get the progress from day 1 to after 12 weeks. Everything weekly adjustments and also weekly check-ins. We have VO2 max to determine capacity and cardiovascular capacity. We have DEXA scans, DEXA reports to analyze body composition, gut health tests, as I said previously, and blood work with 150 markers to get everything and relate everything, and then the WHOOP data, as I told you as well. And we get everything from here, and we just analyze everything, and we build the perfect health plan, and we adjust everything weekly. Again, if you want this type of personalization in your life, in your health and performance, you can book a call with me, first link in the description. Me and you will see the exact situation that you are, what we can do to fix your health and performance. And then we will onboard you and we'll make everything we can to get you the best results. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more.